Are you trying to sell your New York City apartment and buy at the same time? You're not crazy, but you do need a plan. In this video, I will walk you through exactly how to pull it off without getting stuck or losing your mind. Join me, Erin Vlog, your local real estate professional, while we dive into how to buy and sell without, quite frankly, losing your hair. Selling and buying in New York City is just like a Rubik's Cube. Timing, financing, and logistics, they all have to align. Now let's go over the main risks that sellers worry about. Selling before you find a new place, buying before you sell and then you have to carry 2 mortgages, getting stuck in a bidding war without leverage, moving twice, or needing temporary housing and storage. We work with New York City clients every week who feel stuck. The truth is you can do both. You just need a plan in order to do it successfully. So now we need to pick our strategy. Let's break down the 2 paths that most people choose and see which route is best for you. Option number 1, selling first. Now we know it's safer financially. You know exactly what you can spend on that next home. You may need temporary housing or a flexible buyer. By the way, that flexible buyer does exist as long as you choose the right pricing strategy. We get leasebacks all the time for our sellers. We just have to use that as a negotiation tool, right? Maybe we reduce it by $5,000, but you have a certain amount of months you get to stay in the property for free until you have to move out. I get very excited about this. And option number 2, buying first. That allows you to move seamlessly from one property into the next. There's definitely less disruption to your life, but you do have a higher risk if the sale lags. This is definitely going to be best for those of you sellers who are financially able to carry 2 properties at once and care more about ease than the financials. You don't know which one is right for you? No worries. We are going to help you map out both timelines and find out which one is best for you, your finances, and the current market. Now, most people assume that you have to sell before you can buy. However, there are financing tools that you can use that can allow you to buy first. Now, let's look at a few of them. Number 1, I think the most common, you have a bridge loan. The bridge, right? It's kind of obvious. This is a short-term loan that helps you get from point A to point B. The bridge loan. No, but really that is kind of what it is, right? It is helping you bridge the gap before you sell this one. It's a short-term loan to help you get into the next place before this asset is sold. Another option that I think a lot of you have heard of is the HELOC, a home equity line of credit, right? It might make more sense for you to take out a HELOC on your current home that hasn't sold yet, buy the next home, and then depending upon the different variables when you close with the bank, different costs, etc., it might make more sense to purchase that next one and then close out this one with that HELOC. And then of course there is the contingent offer, which I have to be honest with you, depends on which pocket you're in, right? And what the seller's thinking. Some sellers will probably still take a contingent offer. We actually just had somebody close, I think the end of last year, we had an offer that was contingent on the buyer selling their home in Georgia, actually. So look, it does happen. That just means that your offer on this new shiny home is contingent upon the sale of this home that you currently live in. Again, sometimes it works. I just wouldn't count on it, but don't worry, you are in the hands, right, of a great real estate professional, so that we let you help guide you through that. Most importantly, we have amazing mortgage professionals who can help guide you through that process to see which avenue is the best for you. Pro timing strategy. We do this all the time. I promise you this is the way to do it. Number 1, before we even list, let's just make sure your expectations meet reality of the market. What I mean by that is, let's say you're like, ooh, I want to sell this beautiful Upper East Side property so that I can move to the Upper West Side. I said that. I know. I'm a big fan of the Upper West Side, right? I want to sell my Upper East Side, move to the Upper West Side, and I want to get a fabulous condo for $3 million. That's over 4,000 square feet, right? That's what you want. Fantastic. And I love that for you. Now, there is a chance that that does not exist. There's a very good chance it doesn't exist. So what we don't want is for us to work our strategy with you to get you to sell and then have you go into contract and all of a sudden you have nothing to buy. So let's start with a first little tour. We're not gonna see a lot, we're just gonna see a couple of things, and then we're gonna say to you, hey, out of curiosity, are the things that we saw today in alignment with what your expectations are for the market when you sell your home for you to purchase? Now, if you say yes, it is time to go. So now, after you list with us, we are going to go in there, we're gonna do our staging, our marketing, our amazing reverse selling, everything that we do to get your home sold. Now, yay, we have offers. As soon as we get one of those offers accepted, and yes, I said accepted, because if we're getting 4 offers at 2 million, but you can't move unless we get 3 million, why start looking when you have offers at 2 million? It just doesn't make sense, right? Then, as soon as we have that accepted offer, we are going to race out there to help you find your next home. So that is when we are going to start looking at properties, picking out our favorites, because that contract process is going to take between 5 and 10 business days. So the second that contract is signed, you're going to be like, Erin, we have these 3 properties. We've already put in an offer on them. We already have a couple accepted. You're already starting your contract process. So the second that one was signed is when we're going to sign yours. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, remember, the closing date is always within 30 days, give or take from the actual closing date on that contract, right? It is always on or about 30 days from the actual closing date. So you can close quicker, you can close later. So we'll find an amicable time for that closing date on your sale, right? And we want that closing date to allow you to close a little bit earlier on your purchase. Or maybe we're going to negotiate that lease back. So you have a little bit of time you can close so that you can actually use that money on your next purchase, right? But we're going to time that out based on you and your financial needs and your goals. Maybe somebody is offering you some outrageous amount of money. They don't want to do a lease back, but they're actually going to cover all of the extra costs you would have paid for taking out a HELOC, right? We don't know until we're in this situation, and it's always possible. I believe there's a solution for everything. Most things, 99% of the things. Now, in an ideal world, we would have what we like to call a staggering closing. What that means is we're going to close on your sale around like 9 a.m. We'll be done by 11. Then we're all going to get in a car together. And by like 1 o'clock, we're at the close on your purchase, right? That is the ideal world that we always want you to live in. Now, likely is that we are going to set proper expectations for you that won't happen. Is that okay? We just want to be honest. We're going to shoot for it. There's a chance it won't happen, right? So what I would actually recommend is that we just assume there's going to be a little bit of time of overlap. Now, we're going to do everything that we can to time that out properly. We also, by the way, have amazing vendors. One of our vendors will actually store your items for free for a month if you come through us, because they know that we have clients that sometimes have buying and selling and all that stuff that doesn't exactly line up on that same day. So if that's the case, we do have vendors for you. Don't worry about it. But more likely, we'll close on the same day, next day, something on those lines, or we'll be able to do a short lease back, or maybe you want more time, we'll do a month lease back, something like that. But we can always make it happen. Now, something that's really important to talk about is the team that you work with. Whew, been doing this a while. Let me tell you how important that team is. Making sure if you're including a bank, that mortgage professional is on point with what's happening with your purchase, what's happening with your sale, right? We're looping them in along the way. Hey, here's the dates on this, dates on that, blah, blah, blah. Now your attorney, I love it because we get to blame the attorney. Maybe your attorney is just out of town this week, so we have to close the next week. I don't know, whatever makes it happen for you, who we have our fiduciary agreement signed with is who we are gonna work for to make sure that things happen. But making sure that we have that amazing team of title, the attorneys, and a bank if it's necessary, making sure all of them are working with us. I mean, I have dropped off multiple bottles of wine at management companies who have helped us. Thank you so much. We want to make it work for you to the best of our abilities. So having that team who all wants to work together to get you to that timing is so important. Oh my gosh, and let me not forget, again, I just want to reiterate, even the movers. Do you need packers? Don't worry, we have them. They will take photos, pack you, unpack you, whatever you need. We got you. We got you. Now, when we work with clients making the double move, we run the whole playbook from pricing to offer strategy to negotiation, and we make sure those 2 timelines actually match up. I promise you, selling and buying at the same time, it can be done with less stress and more control when you plan it the right way. which is why you have to work with a professional. Us, hello, please reach out for a consultation. And of course, if you've done this in the past, comment below. I love the comments. I love responding. So let me know if you've done it. Maybe what were some of your pain points or some of the things that you liked in your sell to buy. And listen, as always, we at the WeLaw team would love to be your global real estate team of choice. So please, again, reach out for that consultation. Look us up on all the socials and different things, whatever it is. And I am Erin Wheelock, your associate real estate broker at Keller Williams. And until next time, bye guys.